I'm muted, isn't it? I'm muted. I think I'm muted. Wait, no, I'm not muted. I can be heard. Hello. Let me. Hello. Hi everyone. Hi Natsu. Hi Grolix. Thank you so much for the subs. Thank you for the 6 subs, I think it was. Yeah. I'm here. I am a little bit sleepy looking. Hold on. Let me see if I can, like, yeah. Thank you so much for lurking. Hold on. Just getting my face to work properly. But, yeah, long time. I mean, I've kind of seen people on other people's, channels, but, like, this is the first time my own channel for a long time. I think I've, like, almost had one of the VOD... I almost had all of my VODs kind of slip out into the depths of, Twitch, VOD saving oblivion. Let's see if I can, like, putz with this a little bit, because I am, like... But, yeah. I am here. I'm in 3D. I've got some new redeems, some new alerts. They're not all done, but, like, they are mostly done, and, I can move. I've done 2 3D streams, but, like, they were all kind of on the old setup, so, this is new. I've also kind of tweaked my model. I have more responsiveness on this one. I can be like, ah! It's chat! Ah! Help! Chat is gonna eat me! Ah! Ah! I better eat chat first before chat eats me. That's always so, that's the most fun thing. Also, you know, the good company Apple seems to be of the opinion that my smile is lopsided. As far as, this is not, like, anything to do with the model, as far as I know. I just, like, I smile and it comes out like, There are new redeems, yes. Hi, Soki, welcome. Hi, Mustachio. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I've enhanced my physical form. I can do several things. I can be shocked at whatever is going on in here. I have a stroke. I guess that's what it thinks I have. Right? You won't believe this. I do look like those YouTube image thumbnail. Wait, like, you won't believe this. Ah! Ah! There's, yeah. Pogging! I can, hold on. Of course, the usual ones, like there's, just give me a sec. Oh, what? There's like, and there are a number of redeems too, which I think, like, some of you should be able to use. Yeah, cheek mode. I had cheeks before, so they were always there. Ah! I am... I've turned into manga for 5 minutes, I guess. Well, hello. This is my 2D model. I'm literally a sketch. I've been drawn. Unfortunately, I'm just line art. I'm no coloring. But, you know, scribble, 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 I guess. I guess, like, this is a perfect opportunity to show off my true form. Look at that. Look at all of that. All of that nice, sketched out shrimp body. This is kind of interesting, like, the way that my eyes are just, like, soulless pits of darkness now. Warning to people for your holes. I mean, aren't we all just holes in the... I mean, these are spots. These are speckles. They're not holes. Like, you know? I'm speckled like that. But yeah. I got some nice line drawn highlights. This does all the redeems last for 5 minutes, by the way. And I don't have to do anything. It's all automated. You know, you might notice it went like it was completely instant when you redeemed it, and that's something I'm very proud to have kind of done. Ah, I can do my tongue in this new like 2D format. Honestly, I kind of feel that my tongue is like a little bit hard to see when I'm not drawn like this, but like here it's actually like super like easy. It's not trigger fire. It's streamer.bot, which is like some sort of like automated, some other like bot framework, but it has like custom code and stuff like that. Yeah, like, no, I figure like it's not every day that like this is the 2D that you get. A little sketched out Mantis Shrimp 2D. Tail. Can wiggle my little tail. I'm so happy about this, you know. The grippers. Yes. Ha. And that little springy antennae. The amount of time I wasn't able to move, like, this is just like, it's so fun. Like, being able to like actually like so yeah, I mean, like, I guess for today, a lot of it is like a bunch of the new stuff going on here, right? New redeems. I don't think anybody has triggered any of the alerts yet. Garlix would have, but I was on my start screen. I wasn't on this one. I can look so much more smug now, right? Like, smug. Too eager, yeah. I'm sure they'll be seen. I spent a lot of time, unfortunately way too much time, kind of trying to do some video editing with them and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I am super happy to be able to be expressive, right? Like, beforehand, I just, like, wasn't able to at all. Hi, Lo! Welcome! You've caught me in my most manga. I've been drawn and quartered. But yes, I will, hopefully, if it is working at all, I will spring back into existence, I think in 1 more minute. Oh, huh. I guess is the gift alert not, did I not save it? All right, well, thank you for the gift sub. I will, fix that for next time. But I'm not gonna worry about it. But yes, this nerd is alive! I'm alive! Thanks for the sub! It's default. Why is it default? Let me see if I can save it. Oh! Ah! Well, I've gone out from manga form right into my little Feywild form. And actually, I have a nice little luminance trick, I think. That this is a fun one. I glow with the power of the ancient magics. I am the light. It's literally my name. Stygian shrimp, yes. I'm the light in the darkness. People on Xbox mode, yeah. The luminescent shrimp, yes. I do take some cues from my friends in the deep ocean, you know. I gotta leave some nice lures for those who might come in, right? I do like how I look in this whole outfit too. I'm green. Green and purple. Yeah. Bioluminescence. Hi, Archangel. Is it Archangel? You've caught me in my most night elf. A lovely sea bug. Oh, thanks. You are catching, I believe, the third time I've ever used it, and the first time I've used it, I made a couple of changes to my expressiveness and such, but like, yeah. I knew somebody whose name translated to Archangel, and, or no, wait. Never mind, that's a lie. The name was Archbishop, not Archangel. But, I guess, are there surnames that are Archangel? I mean, like, of course, like, colors, whether it's drawn or sketched or whatnot, like... Oh, cool, Lo! That's super cool. I love Lo's design. Lo is a really, really cool, Phoenix, I guess, like, you say you don't stream right now, right? Like, really? Right? Like... I mean, I can still give you a shout out. If you're not streaming right now, then you can follow, and it's basically free because, like, you know, you don't have to worry about any what is it? Notifications. But let's see. Well, once you do stream, should come check Lo out. Oh, it's funny the way that notification works. So it gives me like, it gives me the follow notice, and then I click on it. It's like, are you sure you want to unfollow? Because like I think like normally it's supposed to like check whether you're following or not, and then just not give you a follow like thing if you do. It's just like, the streamer shouted out the whoever, but it told me to follow, but I already follow, and then so it's like unfollow. Like, can you imagine like doing an anti shout out? It's like, please unfollow this like streamer. But, like, oh man. But yes, it's in redeems. Now one thing about this like little like bloom light thing, it is much harder to program than all the other stuff. It's a hype train! Holy cow, thanks Stencil! Thank you guys for the hype train, I really appreciate it. I should like do more like fun things for the hype train. Yeah! I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for coming. I guess light down. Wow. Shutting down. Yeah, I mean, I can be very shiny. I mean, the shininess is pretty ridiculous, frankly. Like, if you like go like excessively shiny on this, like you can go like it can get like really excessive. Like, this is like really light mode. Kari on literally on light mode. It's like, you know, just like high beam headlights, like. Can like change the colors. Like really go for high beams. High beams. Oh, well, I guess I'm no longer high beams. Oh man. Drawn again. No beams. Return to scribble. I've been cursed. I've been turned into a scribble. You snuffed out my light. Sadly beamless. The world of paper has no light, you see. Thanks for the resub! We're at tier 2! Ah, thank you so much! Backwards engineered pingtuber, yes. Yes, I have come full circle. I have returned to ping. I have gone from 3D to 2D to 1D. I am alive. I'm just one very, very long 1D VTuber. A line tuber. It's all drawn all over the place. You can see. But how many 1-tubers can do this? It's my back. I'm from behind. I'm spinning. I'm in Spain without the A. I'm in spin. I'm in spin. Oh man, I'm gonna get so dizzy this way. What? Woo, woo. Oh man. Yes, the gill flaps. These gill flaps. These gill flaps. You know this one right here. I really was in Spain without the not no. Hold on. Thanks for handling that. Yep. Thanks. Oh man, you can tell what it is by just the size of the copy pasta. Oh man. Hard kill. I mean, it's a big target. They made themselves a big target. It's like, you know, it's like playing on it's like this thing where it's like there's like a theory, and I don't know like how true it is, but like where, you know, the spammers are like deliberately like putting the sort of like all the crazy spelling errors and the capital letters and all that kind of stuff in there, because it's like, you know, if you're gonna fall for this obvious scam, then maybe you end up falling for the like it's much easier to like get money out of you. You don't waste their time, right? More than 3 lines die. Yes. If you're more than 3 lines, I can eat you more easily. I can be like, oh, oh, these tasty emojis. Oh, thanks for the subs, S4Y. Hello. You've caught me in pencil mode, but hello. Thanks for the gift subs. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Doing a late night kind of re-debut, right? We're at level 3 hype train now. Nice. I am how much longer am I a pencil? I think I'm only this for about probably like 30 seconds. It is. It's so good. Yeah. I'm like really happy about it. I'm really happy about like, I mean, Simon did an excellent job. You know, there's all this kind of like stuff that I can do. There's one more redeem. There should be one more redeem, right? I think there's one that people have not used. But yeah. This was like, so I guess like, oh, that's an interesting thing to combine with it. Yes. Hello. I have very fewer bits right now. Yes, my bits have been reduced to a number that is roughly between 7 and 9. Hello. It looks lewd. Yes, they can't handle my... They can't handle me. I'm too much for them. Cover up. See, it's one of two things. It's either like from the 80s or, if you know, from the 80s. Oh man. Ooh. Humans cannot perceive the secrets of the Fae so easily. I'm like one of those unicorns that you can't see unless you're completely pure. Otherwise, I just appear as something a little bit more spicy. The old Xbox Live bitrate. Oh man, this is so fun. I'm so happy. This is great. Cover up. I love how they all work with each other. It's not just like separate ones. They just like a higher cooldown. Yeah. No, I mean fair. Yeah, we can do a higher cooldown on it. It is fun when they combine together though, right? I mean, there is a global limit on how many times they can re-redeem per stream though. So like eventually they'll just kind of like stop. But actually, kind of want to show myself off in pixel form too. If I haven't, like, you get all these different 3D like reveals, right? It's like me in normal form, me in drawn form, me in what was the other one? Like I guess glowing form. There's pixel form. What's the other one? I guess like Fae form. And there's a lot more coming, right? Multiple chonkier pixels. Yeah, I could go for chonkier pixels. Right now the cooldown on it is like kind of, what is it? Cooldown on it right now means that you can't double pixel, but I mean, like, I can change the chonkiness of the pixels, like, myself. Like, I don't need to do everything, like, just freaking automated. Like, I can actually just do it myself. But okay, let's see. How much chonk can we get on these pixels? Chonk. Ha! I'm so low res now. Look at the expressiveness on my model. I can move so much. Man. I am truly the missing... The ultimate Pokemon VTuber, yes. The missing no. Shrimping no. Hello. Welcome. Let me eat chat like this. Hold on. You can almost kind of see me, right? This is like a Trogdor. This is like strong bad, like Trogdor levels of pixelation. I'm burninating the countryside. Oh boy. Bah. King's Quest ass side angle. Welcome to Shrimp's Quest. This isn't just 8-bit anymore. This is like 4-bit. Did they go down to 4-bit? I feel like they would have been 8-bit from pretty much the beginning. And return to my normal low number of pixels. This is the actual typical pixelation. But it does look kind of lewd. That is kind of a thing, isn't it? Oh, man. Well. You are greeted by a shrimp on the... Oh, well, no. You're just greeted by a regular, like, night elf shrimp. Yeah, that's the trick. You go for the pixels and then you do the contrast, right? It's like, it's the clever trick to be like... I look like an alien. Honestly, like, I have so many, like, alien VTuber friends, though, right? Like, you know, there's Well, I guess there's like Luna right now. My alien VTuber friends have like moved on to the stars. So. Powering down. But yeah, I've been kind of. So I guess like an update. I took a pretty long hiatus up until now. I think I'm basically at the point where I can pretty sustainably stream a few days. Is it comfortable to have your teeth glow like that? I mean, the much more uncomfortable thing is to have my eyes glow. Actually, like, do you know there's like a thing you can do? If you take like wintergreen flavor, what are they called? Lifesavers, yeah, that. Wintergreen lifesavers. And this is actually really convenient to do. I overdid the teeth whitening. I mean, it doesn't really like care what part of me. It's like, I mean, it's all I'm all shrimp anyway, right? It's all the same. Yeah. If you chew down, and you have to like turn it into complete darkness, and make sure you don't get it wet. So like, chew down on dry wintergreen lifesavers in front of a mirror, and they have this like weird chemical reaction that causes them to like throw off these like green sparks of light, so you can actually like see your mouth sparkling green in the light. It's pretty cool. Like, so if you want a like a glowy green mouth, like you can do that. It's like, it's really fun. And also then you have minty fresh breath afterwards, so it's like, that's also like a bonus. But mostly just having like little green sparkles in your mouth. Yeah. Yeah. Natsu, it's not the end of the new stuff, right? I have like very basic alerts right now, and that is because apparently I didn't hit save on the thingy, which I probably should have, and hopefully I didn't lose them. But actually, all my work in terms of like creating the files and emotes and kind of stuff like that, that's all done. Like I did a bunch of like video editing earlier to like kind of make new stuff for my emotes. They're gonna be really embarrassing to me, but like all of my emotes, sorry, I keep saying emotes, I mean alerts. All my alerts, it's like 2:30 in the morning where I am, and I'm like, was on a normal sleep schedule, but not anymore. Haha. All of my alerts are basically, I may have done a little bit of singing for them. A kind of a more normal time. Honestly, I'm thinking of actually doing a fair number of different stream times. Like, you know, I do have a little bit of schedule flexibility now. So, like, I'm actually thinking like targeting like at least one like kind of like morning stream to be kind of friendly to the, I mean morning Eastern, to be sort of friendly to people around the world. Then do one, I can probably do one more like afternoon Eastern, and then like kind of late night one from time to time, right? So like this is not going to be like my usual stream time, but like I'm gonna do it sometimes, right? And I might have a stream that goes this long. Yeah, I'm not sure on set days yet, but I'm gonna kind of play by ear. Basically the situation was that, wait, what are physics objects? Physics objects? Yes, I mean, I'm 3D. Like, I'm all physics object, baby. Yeah, so basically the plan is, and let me actually, like, turn and face you guys so that I'm not, like, on an angle. Bleh. Bleh. Yeah, good night, Stencil! And, oh wait, I didn't even know the World Cup was still on. I thought it finished. Shows how much I'm following. But have a good one, and thank you for stopping by, and thanks for like conducting the hype train. Yeah, yes, eye contact. The most eye contact. Hello. I'm staring at you, chat. I can see you, chat. Hello, chat. Yes, vive la France! The rainbow eyes, yes. A rainbow eyes fit for a rainbow shrimp. I mean, the other thing is, there's actually 2 ways I can stare at you, right? Hello? I'm staring at you still. And I'm keeping an eye out here. Hello? Also hello. Also hello. Also hello. This is the power of my left eye. If I needed glasses, yeah. I mean, I need like... Actually, there's a... I think both, right? You just get glasses with like a little like trapezoid frame, right? And then you put them on both sets. I think Grolix actually animated like a I think it was was it Grolix? Was it you that you did it in? Oh, my so Saiba Epsilon, who I will give a shout out to, made my model in Blender. And actually, so the way that this works is that like the initial model gets made in Blender, and you do a lot of the animations, but then in order to actually like turn it into a VRM, which is the thing that VC Face, which is the program that I'm using, like understands, you have to like drop it into Unity, and then there's like this kind of like VRM plugin thingy, and like I'm actually like going to do a couple of like animations and stuff like in Unity once I have, I mean like pretty soon, honestly, like I'm gonna do it in Unity. I'm gonna be able to spawn a bunch more things into the world. I'm gonna be able to interact with like more stuff, and that's all gonna be redeems. It's all gonna be automated. It's all gonna be like kind of fun stuff that you guys can do in the stream. I'm gonna give the other type of shout out too. Yes, yeah. So Saiba made the model, and yeah, Blender into Unity, and then it's being rendered in VC Face, which is a pummel button incoming. Yes. The ability to punch you. I mean, I have hands too, and I can try the hands. They are a little bit, let's say, beta. I don't know whether my arms are actually ready for prime time yet, but they do exist. I can like, you know, I can actually like kind of try. Let me try the hands. I am going to see if I can set up some hands. And while I do that, I will send you to my gorgeous Be Right Back screen. My gorgeous Be Right Back screen, which was illustrated by Stridey. Yeah. I will see what I can do about setting up scuffed hands. Pip. How's the audio level on the music, by the way? I think I can still talk on this scene. So there's probably a very, very relatable issue that springs up whenever I'm doing this, the hands thing anyway, and that is a complete lack of USB ports. I've completely run out of USB ports for like mouse and keyboard and microphone and what is it, leap motion, and so I'm like sacrificing either a mouse or a keyboard which means that it is harder to sort of adjust things, but hello. Also, hi, Cozy Kakara. But, yes. I do have hands. It is a little bit awkward. That. Woo. Wah. 2, 3, 4. I can count. It's one of these hand cam streams. I can count, I can wave. My position is awkward. I am actually doing this, right? This is actually the position I'm in. Like, basically like, All right. How many fingers am I holding up? Tell me how many fingers I'm holding up. Lamau. 4? Or is it 8? Now it's pretty hopeless. Is it 1? Yeah. Look at my amazing hand tracking, guys. I'm so hand tracked. Amazing. This is freaking amazing, yeah. Hands. Da da da. I'm a dancing pixel. I'm dancing as the pixels. I mean, I can still punch you guys here. Got my dukes up. Got my dukes up. It's very easy for that to kind of lose tracking though. Now I'm punching you, chat. Very dexterous shrimp. Dukes up. Dukes up. Yeah, there is a slight issue with the model that does need to get fixed before I feel like this is really ready for prime time. Which none of you can see right now because I'm pixels. Chat versus fighting polygon team. Colors weave into a spire of light. Da da da. Wait, how's that go? I feel like I should do karaoke. Oh man. Funny thing, we're gonna be like this for a while. It's like, I think 3 more minutes. Yeah, systematic order. Hold on. You know, honestly, this is not the worst time to get like some sort of USB hub or something, so I can just like. I mean, I kind of have a USB hub over to the. Honestly, I don't think you would really notice if I went over and got my USB hub right now, because I am in fact all pixels. You know, I have one more. Are any of these like USB-C too? Put a USB hub on the throne. Hello, welcome back. You've caught me in my most pixelated, but I'm pixelated and armed. I'm armed. You see my arms, my big guns. Gonna put my dukes up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. One at Om nom nom crayon. Can you imagine coming into the stream and this is what you see? Like, just, hello, I am Blocks. I'm a Tetris tuber, actually. You know, Suisei pioneered the art of Tetris tubing, but I'm the real Tetris tuber. Space magic, yeah. Hello, Waha! You've caught me as pixels. I'm a pixel tuber now. With an insufficient number of USB ports, I think. You know what? I probably have some sort of, like, conversion cable or something like that. Hi! You can see me. I can still wave like this. And that's basically how, like, I can't make facial expressions, but I can wave. And also, I'm gonna become non-pixeled and non-8-bit in an extremely short order. I think I only have, like, a minute left. So... But, yeah, for the longest time, I basically barely had redeems. And, now I have redeems. Oh, yeah, I am no longer pixeled. So you can see my hands, right? I can actually properly punch this time. Well, apparently not. This is actually where having, ironically, a keyboard would be super, super useful. Because I am sort of tilted. Guys, I'm tilted. I'm tilting! I'm tilting! This game! My lack of USB ports! It's so terrible! I'm tilting! Actually, wait a minute. You can do this mouth. Hold on. What? Ha! I'm not tilting anymore. I'm tilting! Oh, no, I'm still tilting. Untilt. Left side, right side. How mukidashite, pa pa pa. It's in League of Legends, yeah. Oh, fuck! They totally killed our... I don't know much about League of Legends. Guys, they totally killed our jungler! Ah! I'm tilting. I'm so mad. I could punch chat. You know, there's actually, like, a solution to this that I should have considered. Instead of trying to awkwardly punch chat sideways, what if I just do, that? It's gonna be awkward because I'm tilting. I mean, now it's very easy for me to punch you. I'm not actually that good. Here we go. Alright. Are you ready? Ready for the punches? Got it? You good? You just about ready? Alright, let's go. Man, the tracking on this is like... it leaves much to be desired sometimes, but... Oh, man. The tracker is on my chest. It is, it's basically, right here. Like, right here. It's around my neck, but it's on my chest. So it's like here. Even testing on your desk. I mean, like, if I'm in the right angle, then I am perfectly capable of punching chat. So, blah. Blah. Hold on. Let me poke Lowe's message. Boop. 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 See, when it works really well. It's just like it's a little bit of like, it's when it's like pretty, what am I trying to say? It's like when it fails, it's really the range of motion. Honestly, so famously, I think for pretty early on, Girl DM was using a leap motion, and in fact, she wasn't using a leap motion. She was using I think like it was like the Ultra Leap I-170 or something like that. And the difference between those two is that the Ultra Leap actually has a much wider range of motion, so. 1 leap motion per hand. Yeah, I mean, that would work, right? Like, I said range of motion. That's not actually what I mean, but it's kind of what I mean, right? It has a wider tracking range, I guess, like, which I think actually makes a huge difference for this kind of thing, because like the size of your tracking radius, like the point at which you kind of go out. Oh, you know what? Actually, I think I can fix it. Give me a sec. And what's going on here? Is it? Hold on. Okay, I think I actually improved it just now. I think what was going on is that my hair was actually also blocking it, which you can't see. Hands fly across room. Hands fly across room. Blah, 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 blah. No. Hands fly across room. Pop, 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 pop. I can do the, you know, if I was a dog VTuber, this would be a lot more appropriate. Pop, 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 pop. Loop motion? The bleep motion. Bleep, bleep, I'm sheep. Bleep, bleep, I'm a 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 sheep. One thing actually that I want to do next, and I will stop like talking kind of directly to you like this. I will turn. Okay. So one thing that is on the docket, I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I'm hoping to do it pretty soon, is some full body tracking too. So not just like hands and face kind of stuff, although, you know, face is great. We do love the faces. But like, you know, running around in an environment. And Garlix, you did put a Lua Lucky emote into the chat, and she's actually a huge inspiration. I mean, VR, yes. I also, like, you know, I want to do the whole VTuber thing of like having like a 3D live, and like maybe even like doing some karaoke or something like that. I do want to do karaoke. My 3 a.m. voice is not really set up for it right now, but it is a thing that I want to do. I've been meaning to do it for a long time. I've actually been taking some singing lessons at points, like not right now, unfortunately, but like I've been working on it. There's a couple of songs that I've really been like trying to make sure I learn. Did a lot of karaoke in Japan. I do want to talk about Japan, but yeah. I don't know whether I'll talk about Japan tonight. I'm trying to, like, I'm a little bit undecided about like how long I want this stream to be. I have some photos. They're in the Discord. I think like I don't know whether everyone is in the Discord. So I've been actually like during the hiatus. I've been mostly keeping track, like keeping up with people through the Discord. So I can. Let me just show the Discord. Shill the Discord. Hold on. I'm not actually using the hand tracking anymore, so I'm gonna swap it out for trusty keyboard, and then get. I don't actually need a USB hub per se. Like really, the only thing I need. So this like laptop has. Oh, thanks for shilling the Discord. The Discord. Oh man, that's terrible. But okay. All right. I've been unhand me, I said to the leap motion as I unplugged it from the computer. Okay. The other fun thing is that, like, a lot of people have like audio tracking on their mouths. I have no audio tracking on my mouth. And I think despite the fact that I don't have any audio tracking on my mouth, I think my mouth movements, especially like post-tweak, I think my lip syncing is pretty good, like with vowels and stuff. Like I'm actually quite happy with it. I can talk to you guys. I can talk with like a fully expressive mouth that only looks slightly like it's lopsided for some reason. I don't know why. Like, okay, so like the thing is like, it's not the model. I went into like the numbers, like, and it's just literally my iPhone like is telling me that like, it's like not any other part of my face. It's just like, it's like saying that like my I guess it's my left, I am mirrored, so it's like my left side of my mouth, it thinks it's higher than the right side of my mouth. That it gives me a smug grin. I mean, to be fair, like, you know, the perma smirk is not, in fact, entirely inaccurate to my personality. And I think also it's not entirely inaccurate to my face, which is probably my... It's possible that my, like, left... the left side of my face is kind of flexing a little bit more than my right side of my face. In which case, like... It's actually being accurate, and... I don't know. I mean, literally the very first emo that I wanted to commission, and I am commissioning more, very soon, was the smug emote. So, it does make perfect sense in that sense. Yep, there it is. And, I can also... I mean, the facial expression is a little bit different, but... But it's pretty similar. I think it's pretty similar. Ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. The music is just gonna get so catchy, like... I mean... So all the background music is from Dova Syndrome, which, if you don't know, is a sort of, like, Japanese stock music, website. And... Dova Syndrome is also the stock music website that basically, like, every, like, major corporate VTuber uses. Which basically means that you go through the various like choices of Dova Syndrome music, and if you know watch like the really big VTubers, you get to one of them and it's like, oh, I've heard this a million times, like, so it's like it's a little bit like, it's like, oh, well, you know, this is basically, like, some other, like, VTuber's brand, like, this song. Yeah, it's, well, Ame's theme, Kiara's theme, like, the ba-ba-bum, ba-da-dum-ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-bum, ba-da-dum-bum-bum-ba-ba. Like, you know, that's just a Dova Syndrome, like, stock piece of music, right? It's like, even, like, the thing is, like, some of them have actually made it their own. Like, they've commissioned, I think commissioned, because, like, the licensing terms mean that you can't actually do this unless you actually, like, commission them. Like, there's, like, Christmas jingle versions of, like, Kiara's theme for the Christmas themes, and, or, like, for the Christmas streams, rather. And so a bunch of them have been kind of like remixed at places like that. Or in places. I am stumbling over my words because it's 3 in the morning. But the basic, like, their whole like musical brand is just built on these like stock pieces of music that anyone can use, which is kind of funny. So Len, who's a Niji Sanji VTuber, a really good one, amazing project manager and Apex player. So Len is like, she has an intro theme which she like commissioned, I think, an animation to. It's incredibly cute, and it's also stock music. Like, like it's so fun. It's a different piece of stock music, and like what's really fun actually is like going through the comment sections of some of these like pieces of stock music and seeing all of the like VTuber fans who like suddenly like flood the comments and talk about their favorite like moment from like when they heard this piece of music, and then meanwhile it's just like, this is just stock music, like it's some stock music channel, and it's like, oh my god, I'm so happy that you made like the purple dragon, blah 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 blah. You know, it's fun, right? It's our little like fun culture like coming over to the world of stock music, and then like bringing joy to it. Man, I'm very smug. Hold on. I saw one of Juniper's models. Yeah, the one with the gun. The Kevin McLeod of nowadays. I did not see the other one. I basically, I saw it on Twitter. I saw Juniper was streaming. Like, okay, if I have to be like super real, I think my own sort of weird feelings about Juniper in particular. Hold on. I'm sorry. I think my weird like kind of feelings about Juniper, and seeing Juniper just be like so incredibly freaking talented with doing absolutely everything, made me kind of forget that like I haven't been doing art for years. And so it was like, no, I have to do everything. I have to like draw my own model. I have to like live 2D rig my own model. I have to do freaking everything. And it caused me to wait so long to start VTubing. And like, I just like I just like could have started so much earlier, and then I didn't until like, this is basically my debut as a moving VTuber, right? Yes, Junie is not like I think the answer to all this is, don't base your own like work output, like don't judge your own work output based on the output of people whose output is completely freaking nuts. Like, you know, Juniper is like completely freaking nuts in her work output. Like Ame's project management skills are just completely freaking nuts. Yeah, or dogs, yeah. The big brain, Lua, yes. Callie is an insane workaholic. Like, she just, like, burns herself out completely. Like, it's, like, it's nuts, right? Like, and the funny thing is, like, through, like, I think almost all of the craziness, like, with all the insane models and that kind of stuff, like, she was somehow also holding down a job, like, as a paralegal doing post-conviction relief. Can you imagine, like, you know, you find out that you've been freed from prison early because of a motion that was prepared by an eldritch moth girl who is now doing, like, you know, the whole Monster Girl, like, stream thing? Like, it's like, in the moth, you find freedom, right? Like, that is literally what her job was. She was a paralegal doing post-conviction relief in Alaska. Thanks, Monster Girls, yeah. Like, I owe so much to the Monster Girls. The moth has plucked me from this from this place and delivered me outside. 07 Monster Girls. She gets you off, yes? Sexy moth woman gets you off and then gets you off. I mean, in fairness, Twitch is also legal. For now. But I'm not going to be anyone to judge Monster Girls. As you may have noticed. Oh, that's a good one though. A wee moth, yeah. I mean, I've been watching her for like 2 years. I don't know if you can do follow age on random people, but like, I actually don't know how you do follow age. I am. I mean, you know, can a non-monster girl, you know, do this? Monster Girl tier list, yes. Yeah, we can do that. I should really, like, you know, poke at some of these thingies. I mean, I can... Let's see. What does this button do? I can make that much more intense. That's actually kind of trippy. Yeah, Nina's outfit is, oh, man, I love Nina too. I feel like, Nina's outfit, does invoke certain feelings. Is she the queen of, what is it? Is she spades? They're all like queen of, you know, whatever, hearts, diamonds, spades, and clubs, that's right, yes. I think she's spades. But, yeah, I mean, her 1.0 model was, like, pretty, like, quite something. And her 2.0 model is like, woo! Like, ah, man. It's a lot. But yeah, I mean, there's like a couple of people who are just like absolutely cracked at Zatsudan, at like just chatting streams, and oh yeah, I don't know, she stole all of their boing. I mean, all the boings for mommy, right? But yeah, I mean, like, just like her ability to kind of like, and I think like Nina's like real like strength is indeed very cartoon electric boing. I can't do the eye boing thing. I can just be like blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I mean, like, I feel like, I don't know whether it's like life experience or like just like her attitude or like whatever it is, but like Nina's ability to oh no, I wasn't talking about sound effects. I was talking about like literally the ability to have my eyes bug out of my head, like you know, like I mean I can't do it, right? Like I can't have my eyes literally go out of my head in the way that like my tongue can, like that. But like if that were possible, which it is, I just haven't like set that up yet. I would do it. But also boing. I can add sound effects. I can actually add sound effects in a lot of ways. Yes, sorry. I'm getting derailed. Nina's Atsudans. due to life experience, I think she's like very, 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 very good at sort of doing the kind of like real talk without like, if you do kind of like real talk, like this is how things are, like it's not always sunshine and roses, like, you know, sometimes life is hard, etc., 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 like that kind of thing, where it's like a really, really, really good like emotional connection with the viewership, but like she manages to temper it with enough like softness and with enough like also just like fun content that like it's a really, really, really good mix. And I think like that's like one of her strengths, right? Like a lot of like other VTubers, especially like at that size, like I think like indies actually do a little bit better than big corporate VTubers on this, because it's like indie VTubers are more personal, right? Yeah, she's more mature and chill, and part of being mature is that like sometimes you get real talk like from somebody who's like kind of giving you life advice, but like and that's it, right? Like she manages to do a thing that is hard for a corporate VTuber, and that's like create a feeling of real intimacy in her streams, right? Good night, Lo. Thank you so much for coming. Thanks for seeing the stream. Yeah, not everyone is gonna like everything you do, and like honestly, there's a theory of like, you know, if you have 1,000 true fans, then that's great, right? Like 1,000 true fans, like those will carry you through everything you want to do in life, right? And like what you're gonna do, like you can't please everyone, and by trying to please everyone, you'll just like be mediocre to like most people, right? Like really what you want to do is be absolutely the right person for like maybe a smaller number of people, and that really works. And I think like that's something that a lot of like indies, like that's what their strengths are. And like Nina manages to actually have like intimacy with her chat, with her like community in a way, like, and not like intimacy in the sexual kind of intimacy, but like, you know, she manages to be like, you know, I mean, there's like the kind of haha sexual mommy, but then there's like the actual like kind of like person who cares for you, right? Like, yeah, it's closeness. It's like having like a trusted shoulder that you can kind of like tell your problems to, and you'll get like not just like oh yeah, you know, just do whatever, blah blah blah, but you know, like actual kind of like, you know, good advice, like that kind of thing, like a bond, yeah. And like I love a lot of the other ones, like Enna, like Selene is amazing. Pomu just is like incredibly great. I really like Alira. A lot of them are like just freaking amazing singers too. I think Pomu just had a karaoke that was just like absolutely like amazing. That's the thing. Like, if you aren't as intentionally unappealing to everyone as possible, I think you might actually get an audience too, right? Like, there's like a certain like, there's a certain audience that like likes when they're kind of like addicted to being hated, and so like they can like unironically like the bad thing. No, they ironically like the bad thing, and then actually you can't really you can't ironically like something for that long, so they end up like unironically liking you, and then like, I mean, it's a good thing for like certain types of content creators, but like also it's kind of a bad thing if like what's going on is that like the thing that you are is actually like bad, right? And there's an actual like good reason to not like your stuff. But that's like getting a little bit far into something. But yeah, like Enna, for example, is a complete freaking gremlin. And honestly, I have a lot of like great like freaking gremlin friends, right? Like and you know, she has life experiences. She's not like, you know, a kid, like, but like the ways she approaches her life experience is quite different, right? What? Oh, I am not. That's not actually what I'm talking about. I kind of, what? Did I talk about that like in Discord or something like that? Because this is vaguely familiar, but like I just like don't actually remember the details, but actually one thing, I think if you get to know me, I am, well, okay, it's complicated, right? So I'm like much less say-so than you'd expect from how I mean, like, yeah, like people who like it ironically, like, can actually like get into it. I mean, a lot of people who like are into VTubers probably first were like, haha, I'm gonna ironically like this like kind of thing, but like, yes, I do not quite remember that thing that you're talking about, unfortunately, Grolix, but yeah. Yeah. Pomu's singing. Pomu's an amazing singer. I assume, like, coming back is part, yeah. Like, it's actually really interesting, like, if you look into, like, without, like, really naming names or whatever, a lot of early Niji Sanji, like, they all knew each other, like, going back, like, I mean, not really years, because, like, VTubing, like, English VTubing hasn't really been around for that long, but, like, a lot of them were, like, they all, like, collabs with each other, and it's, like, very fascinating to kind of see that, like, I've seen that happen in, like, the smaller corporate sense, too, but, like, it's, like, really interesting. I don't know. The whole, like, going back and past lives thing. I have a little bit of a hot take, actually, with, like, past lives and VTubing. I kind of think that, like, you know, the thing with, like, corporate VTubers is that the whole thing where it's, like, they can't really cross-reference their past lives for, like, basically, like, kayfabe reasons. And, like, a lot of people are like, don't break the taboo because, like, you're gonna, you know, breaking the taboo is, like, hurting the talent somehow. And I actually don't think so. I think, like, ultimately, like, you know, none of these corporate VTubing gigs are gonna last forever. Like, even if, like, the VTubers themselves want to, like, have them last forever, like, these are, like, basically tech startups, right? And some of them are long-lived, and many of them are not. And we've had, like, actually a couple of times in the Japanese market, just, like, companies explode and cause all the VTubers to graduate, which is not great. Occasionally in the West, we've had, like, cases where, like, there was a soft landing in Western VTubing where, like, a company, like, fell apart and turned into, like, a group, right? Like, and then the group kind of fell apart. So now they're all indies, but they kept their VTuber models, they kept their identities, like, they kept their, like, assets and everything they had done. So that's good, right? But basically my hot take is that the breaking the taboo is actually good for the talent, right? Because, like, when the VTuber music ends, even if they decide to come back as a different VTuber, like, it's establishing that connection between the work that they've done and, like, keeping that fan base and, like, keeping interest in the other sort of stuff that they're doing. That, hey, Woody, welcome! Welcome to the stream! Man, I need to, it is 3. It's 3 and my eyes are melting too, but I decided to stream anyway. Guys, you should check out Woody. Woody is an incredibly cool Unreal Engine VTuber who's doing some just absolutely freaking amazing tech stuff, like doing like a live interactive D&D thing. We've been talking about like kind of doing some stuff. Like it's just like the stuff that Woody does is so cool. Like you should really check it out. Like it's just incredibly cool. Yeah. So like I think like actually it's good for the company, like because kayfabe kind of like helps enhance the value of their asset, which is like the VTuber identity, like the VTuber model, the VTuber like brand, right? But like for the actual like streamer, like the person, right? I think yes, a certain rapping VTuber, Kason and Nazuna, yeah. Yeah, exactly, right? Like without people actually like going through and breaking the taboo, I don't think they would have like kind of gotten where they are, right? And it's like actually like a lot more of an issue for like the smaller agencies, right? Like let's say a smaller agency goes belly up, like it might be really hard for somebody to actually like figure out how to like support them as content creators in the other like sense of things. And like it's not doxing. Hi Aqua Joseph, welcome to the stream. Like doxing would be if you're releasing like actual personal information about somebody. But if somebody is like an active content creator that is using their content creator username, in many cases not actually their legal or real name, right? Like in fact, the secondary identities of VTubers are extremely likely compared to like basically any other type of content creator to not be using their legal name. So it's like even like making the connection between a corporate brand and the sort of like non-legal name brand of a person, right? The personal brand of their person, right? So he has oh man, the freaking like Twitter. Yeah. I think like the funny thing is like was it like Twitch or something like that? Like there's some website that didn't even call like full name to be doxing, right? Like yeah, like if you are a content creator and somebody says like you the human being are producing content under both of these brands, like that's not doxing. That's advertising. Right? If I say like, you know, Demon Dice has like really fun concerts and you should go to them, right? That's advertising, you know, that money, the money from going to like Demon Dice events goes into, you know, her pocket, right? And is used by her to like do fun things for herself or, you know, pay rent or get groceries or, you know, other things. Like, yeah. And yeah, and I think people often go like way too freaking far with the taboo. Like it makes sense for like from the storytelling perspective of VTubing. I absolutely get it, right? Like I absolutely get why they want to have like the taboo, and I get why like people are so cagey about crossing that line. But the one thing I just want to say is that like it is not for the talent, right? The only like way in which it's for the talent is that like it prevents them from like it like contributes a little bit to the kayfabe and mystery and all that kind of stuff, and so like maybe it like makes their VTuber brand stronger, and then that like helps them because they like earn money through their VTuber brand like after the cut from the company and all that kind of stuff. But like, you know, it's not for the talent, right? And also like, you know, they have an NDA, like you don't have an NDA on their behalf, right? that like their NDA, their contract is their contract. It's not your contract. They're not gonna get like, you know, fired because like somebody on the internet in a comment section said, if you liked like VTuber X, you should check out content creator Y because you might find that's kind of fun and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. The non D's nuts agreement. Yep. It is like wrestling. And not only is it like wrestling, like there's actually like a huge amount of like crossover there, right? Like, yeah, I should just show it on, hold on. Like, let me actually like pull up the old, I don't know if you guys saw AEW, that, there's an Ame cosplayer there holding up all these different, like, and, like, the whole group, actually, and they're holding up a bunch of Hololive signs, and it's basically because, like, pro wrestling and VTubing are the same thing. Like, I mean, like, VTubing is just, like, pro wrestling where, like, they don't really, like, grab and punch each other. They, like, instead do, like, karaoke and sing songs and kind of stuff like that, yeah. Yeah, it's required for everyone to fly, yes. Like you literally, like, you know, need to avoid crashing into planes. I don't know. I mean, like, there's a question of, like, you know, oh, do you obfuscate the call sign? But, like, actually, like, no, right? Like, I don't know. Mr. Muskmelon is being a little bit... And this, I guess, another thing, like, the way that, like, Twitter is used, right? Like, for better or for worse, like, essentially, Twitter is the great sort of open, like, you know, third space for VTubers, right? Like, it's the place where, like, long before, you know, the Montagues and Capulets, like, the Romeo and Juliet story of, like, Hololive and Niji Sanji VTubers who are, like, really good friends with each other, or, like, messaging each other behind the scenes, like, longing across the corporate divide for collabs, like, you know, at least, like, the entire time they've been able to, like, just, you know, talk to each other on Twitter, right? Wait, Brandon Williams is a VTuber? Is he himself? Wait, what's his VTuber identity? Wait, hold on. I mean, it makes, like, perfect sense that, like, oh, you know, actually, yeah. Wait. Have I seen it? Yeah, no, I've seen, yeah, okay. Yeah, I see it. Yeah. Yeah, I saw this story, actually. The reason that I'm, like, having trouble remembering this is not because it's, like, new. It's because it's, like, over a year and a half old, and I remember reading it when I saw it, and I was like, yes, wrestling, VTubing, yes, correct, the same thing, basically. Like, they're equivalent to each other, like, wrestling and you know, kayfabe and storytelling and plots, and, like, I don't know, like, whether VTubing has heels in the real way, but they have promotions, right? They have, like, you know, the two big promotions, like, and then, like, a bunch of indie, you know, there's a bunch of indie wrestlers, and there's, like, a bunch of, like, small promotions, and they each have different kinds of storylines, and you go to different ones depending on what you're looking for. Oh, he was on Taka's Bar. Guess who else was at Taka's Bar? That's your cue. Guess who else was at Taka's Bar? Not you! You were at Taka's Bar yesterday, right? How'd that go, actually? Like, how is it? I'm actually really curious, like, if you're willing to chat about, like, how that experience... I know, like, I'm putting you on the spot a little bit here, but, like, you didn't pull any guns? Yeah. I have an extremely silly headcanon about Taka. Like, extremely silly. And it's, like, a little bit political. But, my extremely silly headcanon is that, Taka is, and this is, like, complete, like, crazy speculation, right? My completely crazy headcanon is Taka is the reason that Justin Trudeau is Prime Minister of Canada. And it's basically because so there's a news article that came out. Yeah, it's a completely crazy idea, but hear me out. So like Takahata, for those of you who don't know, he's like a VTuber. He has like Taka's bar. He has a lot of like cool modelly characters that come through the bar, and you know, a fun time, merriment is had by all. He's also like I think like the founder of like Team 4-Star, which did, I believe, Dragon Ball Abridged. I could be getting all this wrong. I think I'm not 100% sure. You definitely didn't have to put, you didn't code a bunch of new features so you could do prep comedy. Woody, did you see, I guess, did you see my redeems? Like, yeah, anyway, weird headcanon on Taka. So, my headcanon, Taka gave a talk at Anime North, and at that very same hotel, that very same weekend, Manetov. Hey. Yes. So that very, let me turn on the glow. I think the glow works so well with this model, or with this, yeah. Yeah, so Taka, you're poor in Kari Cash. In lumens, in light, in Hikari. Man, I need to actually tell this story. Spend it all on that highlight. You'll get more. So basically, how do I tell this? The Conservative Party, which is like the second biggest party, than the one that would have been running against him, was having a leadership election, and they're deciding between two different people for the leadership election. And they actually held the final vote at the Toronto Congress Centre, which is the same convention center that Anime North is held, and that Taka was giving a talk at. And there's a news article about how a bunch of the people who would have voted for one candidate basically got completely distracted by the anime convention and ended up missing their vote and not voting. And then it went to an extremely narrow vote that like elected a guy who I guess in the actual election was like super uninspiring, and so just lost to Trudeau. And so that's my headcanon, right? Like that, like the people like leaving Taka's talk like distracted a bunch of these like voters, and then they like got like turned around and then didn't end up at the voting for the person that they were going to vote for. And then the course of Canadian history has changed forever, and you have to catch Carmen Sandiego or else you're never going to actually set history right or something. But it's all Taka's fault because he was there. He's responsible, clearly. This is extremely tenuous. I never said that this was like a good like headcanon or that this is in any way plausible, but it's like the pieces are technically there, right? But yeah. So yeah, that's my extremely silly Canadian politics headcanon for why Taka is responsible for the current Prime Minister of Canada. Stare! You know, there's a really great VTuber trend about, I think they did a sequel to it, but like VTubers are watching now. Where they basically just like, this was the stream. I like how the music just cut out at that point, just to be like, just to underscore the point is like, I'm not actually saying anything. Like, just, hello, VTubers watch you. Yeah. Oh man. All right. The other thing is like my bracers kind of glow eerily in this light, right? I can like spin around. It's like... Ah, right. Anyway, so, a little bit about, like... like a gardevoir, eh? I'm a gardevoir, eh? Hypno shrimp. Am I gonna be your gardevoir or your Vaporeon? Hello. Oh, I'm having so much fun with this. This is like... This is great. And more redeems coming. Like, literally the stuff that I have there is just stuff that I was able to throw together today in, like, you know, a few minutes between, like, screwing around with some other stuff. But... Powering down. Yeah. You think inflation from just looking at Gardevoir? My god. My DeviantArt is one of those places. Sutters. I'm in Shutters without the H. You're at Sutters? Why are you doing the Sutters store? I just combined together like 5 different memes. A faster animation. We're Suttering now. It gives me Sutters. Let me see if I can safely do a window capture. Okay, alright. I gotta remove all my random ass shortcuts and stuff. Good night, Woody! Thank you for coming! We're gonna do so much cool stuff together. I'm very excited. Yeah, so... I don't really have a place where I'm, like, my photos are set up. But, like... yeah, let me think. I could do, like, a sort of Google Maps of, how the trip went. I'll just do an overview. At a later stream, I'm gonna show, pictures. So... Can I get this to stop? Alright, so, a little, like, Japan... A developer friends montage, yeah! With a bunch of coding. Do I need to get up for a minute? I mean, I should, in fact, take a little bit of a break. Actually, that's a good idea. Alright, so I'm gonna take a little bit of a 2-minute break or so. To hang out. Hang out. Stretch my neck, stretch my body, get a drink, hydrate, do all the stuff, do a stretchy. And, yeah, I will, see you guys back with some, like, talk about Japan, not photos. I will do that later. But I will talk about the Japan trip at, in, let's say, about 5 minutes roughly. So, I will see you guys later. I should have done is kind of taken a moment to actually set up... actually, I can just... Hold on. Let's see. I'm setting this up. You can't see it yet because it's in studio mode and oh my god, that's so big. It's so freaking big. Oh dear. I should have set this up on the BRB screen. Instead of literally getting back and then, like, waiting to set it up. Hold on. Oh, man. Lock. Okay. Cooperate. Right. Let's do some romping around in the old Google Maps. All right, so I'm in my normal habitat, the Pacific Ocean. But hold on, how's my audio? Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mic check and, yeah. Alright. So, Japan. I'm gonna move my head out of the way so you can kind of see a little bit more of this. Wow. This is, Japan. Oh, my god. Yeah. And I went here. For 16 days. BGM is going for a hot minute if you want to shake things up. I mean, I could, like, put in a different BGM, right? I could use the BGM from my intro. I didn't download that many. I will for next time, so I can, like, kind of, like, swap out for a different BGM bit. But yeah, let's do something more exciting. Wait. Where's my BGM? Oh, okay, hold on. Okay. But what if the really cool BGM from the intro? Oh. Never mind. This is all in freaking... I'm still in studio mode. Hold on. There we go. Fun, wacky BGM. Yes. So, here's some more fun BGM for Japan. Right, so, play-by-play of the trip. This TDR. Yeah. Alright, so, first things first, right? So, flying to Narita. I've flown actually into a few, airports in Japan before, right? So, the very, very first time I went to Japan, it's louder than me. Okay, cool. Hello. Okay. I should be louder than it now. Alright. I mean, it is a fun BGM. Maybe it's too quiet now. I can make it a little bit louder. Yes. So actually, there's 2 airports in the Tokyo area. And there's one airport in the Osaka area. And actually, Osaka, Kobe, and Kyoto are like this one big urban area. I think they're actually called the Kinki region, which ended up being, I guess, embarrassing enough to one of the universities there that they changed their like official English name from Kinki University to Kindai University, which is kind of almost short for like Kin University. It's like ATM machine. Yes, this is the Kinki region, yes. Kinki. Right, so actually, I had a connecting flight in Taiwan, which was like really, really cool. Like Taipei has a bunch of like super cool, like their airport terminal is, and their gates are just like incredibly whimsical. Like there's one that's like has this like giant display made of just different circuit boards that are arranged into like sculptures. There's one that's just like all different. It's like a wooded forest. Like it's got these like crazy theming on the airport gates, and it's like so much fun. However, I didn't actually manage to see anything besides the airport. I had some very nice food there. But yeah, I mean, I can't really speak to it, so, you know. Let's start in Narita. So I prefer, basically for commute reasons, to like go for Haneda Airport, which is like the one that is more down here, right? So like this is Haneda Airport, and it's like you can basically take like the more local public transit to Tokyo from there. The Xenoblade women. Yeah. They're actually selling like Pyra and Mithra figurines in the Taipei airport. Oh. Ah, frick. That's a username and a half. Okay. Interesting. All right. Yes. So Narita Airport. It's all the way out here, which is, if you might notice, is extremely far from Tokyo. It's like in a different prefecture, and like, but luckily there's some express trains, which are a little bit annoying to like kind of navigate when it's like your first time in Japan. But like once you've been there a few times, like actually the train system ends up being like pretty easy. So we basically go from Narita like directly into the city center of Tokyo, and ended up staying there for like a couple of days. But frankly, after the jet lag, it was just like, yeah, it was like, no, like just like I basically stayed in the hotel, didn't do much for like a day or two to recover. Most of Tokyo was actually on the tail end. Then the next thing that we did is essentially hightail it out. I think go north first. I think actually the first thing we did was like head north. Yeah, that's right. So we headed north. We alighted. We weren't sure like where exactly to go, but like well, actually no. The very, very, very first trip to Tokyo, I actually did end up going to 2 sort of neighborhoods that are, you know, cool places for otaku of different stripes, right? Like, so there's Akihabara, which is like the really, really famous one where, like, you know, there's, you know, all of the sort of anime goods, all of the sort of like, you know, adult toy stores or whatever, and like everything in between, like a bunch of arcades, although a lot of them are sort of closing or rebranding. You know, just fun place. But there's also the place that I like actually like a little bit more, which is also, you know, anime goods and that kind of stuff, but like it's more like geared towards like women. Like there's more like cosplay stuff there. It's like a little bit more like the types of dojins there are different, more like, you know, targeted at an audience. And that is Ikebukuro, which I think is actually like a really, really, really fun place. And that's like out west here, I think. Where is Ikebukuro? I'm playing this all by eye and trying to see if I can like remember where things are. But there's actually some really like fun outdoor spaces here. I might have to actually just like search for the thing. Hold on. Oh, it's all the way up there. Okay. Yeah, so they have Sunshine City, right? And in fact, Sunshine City had a I mean, we won't be able to see it here. I was on this plateau, actually. So it had what looked like a sort of weird meat conference or something like that. But what it also had was a Hollow Stars pop-up cafe in the basement. And so I went there, and there's just like Hollow Stars music playing, and this like one like kind of woman sitting there, and I should have gone in, but like it was a cool experience, like seeing all of the sort of like seeing evidence of VTubers in the real world. And I did get a lot more like experience of that like later on in the trip, but like that was like my first like go to Ikebukuro. It's like, holy shit, there's Hollow Stars here. Like Hollow Stars is real, guys. It's not just internet stuff that we've been doing for 2 years. Like, there's actual VTubers. They actually exist. Mantis. Yeah, I was, like, shy about Hollow Stars, which is funny because, like, I did a lot of other stuff. Like, I went to see a lot of other stuff. It's like, I may have just been a little bit shy about, like, kind of poking my head into the little Hollow Stars pop-up cafe, and I don't know why. But that was in Ikebukuro, right? That wasn't in Akihabara, which is, like, the kind of main one. And I did go to Akihabara, and I was like, you know, maybe we'll be able to find some, like, VTuber-related goods or something like that. And, of course, like, you know, pop into a store. The very, 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 very first shelf we see, like, just basically, like, right, like, if you walk into the front door and you collide into the little, like, the cashiers near the front, and if you collide into the counter next to the cashier, it's all Hall Life stuff, right? Like, it's wild. Big question. What's the big question? Hold on, let me get big for your big question. Did I go to a maid cafe? Hold on. Did I go to a maid cafe? I did not go to a maid cafe. I've been to one maid cafe in my life, actually. And the maid cafe that I went to was in let me see. It was in the neighborhood of, let me scroll a little bit to like get to where the maid cafe was. Wasn't on this trip. The maid cafe was in Toronto. I went to a maid cafe in Toronto. There was a maid cafe in Toronto. And the idea of like a maid cafe, I don't know. It's like, there's literally a maid cafe in Toronto. Like, it was operated by like a cheesecake a Japanese cheesecake chain called Uncle Tetsu's, and they had like a maid cafe location with like, you know, people dressed up as maids and like maid songs and stuff like that. And I think it didn't end up doing that well, and I don't know, I'm just like, I'm really nervous about maid cafes, like, frankly. I just like, I feel like I don't, and maybe this is shyness doing, but I feel like I don't know the etiquette. So I'm like, I'll go to a maid cafe. If somebody else in my group wants to go to a maid cafe, I would happily go to a maid cafe. It's one of those things where I'm a little bit too shy to, like, initiate going to a maid cafe, just because I don't know what the maid cafe, like, stuff is, you know? Ah, well, whoops. Oh, bumped my table. The Cheesecake Maid Cafe, yeah. I mean, like, it's just wild that there was a maid cafe. And can I search for it? Angel Tetsu's Maid Cafe, Toronto. It's presumably permanently closed. Yeah. Cafe Pest? Yeah, so this was the maid cafe. And yes, they did cute latte art and omurice art, and but yeah, it didn't last very long. Yes, this is a description of a maid cafe. Servers. Oh wait, I guess you can't see it because the window. Hold on. Let me drag it. Oh nope, that's the sound. It literally did the wrong. I turned off the sound. Servers dress like French maids and perform musical routines at this Japanese cheesecake specialist. Incidentally, also, St. Patrick's Station here. St. Patrick's Station actually makes an appearance in the opening of the horror game Soma, which is also set in Toronto. So, canonically, the protagonist of Soma is going right by the maid cafe. And I think actually, like, in the year it's set, I think the maid cafe might have actually been open. So, like, just imagine, like, you know, just, you know, steps away from where he's about to have a bunch of experiences, and, like, there's just a maid cafe there. Fun facts. Fun facts with KariChary. Yes. There were a lot of maid cafes. Like, you know, there's tons and tons of maids out. I was a little bit too embarrassed to initiate the maid protocol. But I would totally go, like, the next time I go with somebody who wants to go to a maid cafe, I will totally go to a maid cafe with them. But yes, Akiba had a bunch of Hololive merchandise. So, like, one of the side, like, reasons for this trip was to basically, like, see VTubing in the wild, right? And then, like, I figured, like, why not just, like, check out, you know, I'm kind of curious, like, you know, there's no actual, like, talent who go there, sort of, like, I think they've talked about this on stream, they don't actually go to the office, but, like, you know, cover corpse in the area, right? And so we actually, like, walked down to Cover Corp. And I, like, basically, we got to the front of the building, and it's got this, like, kind of warning that's, like, obviously there because of Cover Corp about how, like, you know, security is going to check your ID if you're in the building to make sure that you have a reasonable, an actual reason to be there. So do not enter this building unless you're actually, like, authorized to by, like, the people who, like, work there. And I'm absolutely certain that that's because Cover Corp, like, has an office there, and it's because people are being creepy. And the talent don't actually go to this office anyway. But, and maybe I was being creepy too, but, like, it was still, like, really cool to just, like, take a look at, like, the building where, like, all of the stuff, like, takes place, like, you know, like, it's like this mysterious glass building here. I physically intimidated Yago. Yeah, I think they're on the 6th floor. Like, this is not, like, entirely off the mark for, like, the office that they have in their, like, little anime thing, right? People definitely get creepy. Yeah, this is actually the... You can't really see it. I got close enough to read it, but this... Also, the security notice is in Japanese and English, of course. But, yes, this is that security notice. It's like... Warning. Security is on the alert for suspicious persons and will, you know, check your ID and, like, you know, you must have a valid blah, 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 you know, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah. So that was cover, right? And of course, this is, like, the much more, like, anime-like part of Akiba, right? Like... There's, like, a lot of, like, interesting ads. I noticed, actually... So, there's one set of screens, right? And I think it's this one. They're not showing anything right now. But, I remember... I think they're playing... I think they're probably advertising either some Mahjong game or some gacha game at the time. But I remember popping out here and remembering these were where V Shoujo was, like, announcing, like, advertising, like, talent freedom is, like, a big thing, right? Marine is real in that building. Oh man, what was the thing about Marine? Oh, we did go for karaoke. And the great thing about karaoke is that there's all these VTuber songs there, right? It's like... And also, like, we saw a number of standees, like, of VTubers all over the country, actually. So... No, but it's funny, right? They're just advertising in Freedom Lady Go. Jeez. Oh, man. They're advertising in Hololive and presumably Niji Sanji. I mean, Niji Sanji is not there. Niji Sanji is, like down in Roppongi, like, over here somewhere. I think here. Yeah. Yeah. Niji Sanji is, like, down here. They're not in Akiba, which is, like, up over this way. But, like, basically, like, V Shoujo advertising talent freedom in Akiba is essentially, like, you know, poaching on Hololive's, like, turf, right? Like, it's like, hey, people who work at Hololive, you should come over and experience talent freedom. And then they hired 2 people from Hololive. Yeah, so, poaching is a joke, yeah. It's not really a joke. So we went up, and took just the bullet train, shot up, went through Sendai, home of, Chris Broad, abroad in Japan. You'll never forget. Hi, Ranu! Ranu, also very, very, very cool, cool VTuber. Does, like, a lot of incredibly cool stuff. So, hi, Ranu. You should check out Ranu. There you go. Yeah, see, like, you know, you play cool games like Warhammer. I mean, like, you are incredibly cool. You got an incredibly cool model, too, right? So I don't think I really alighted in Sendai. There's a thought of going to Aomori. Aomori is actually the snowiest city in the world. Unfortunately, when we went, it was November, and they hadn't really started the snow season yet. Like, it was just starting. We, like, experienced, like, a tiny bit of snow in Sapporo. But yeah, we went to Aomori, and then like kind of went through and took the this little like Shinkansen route up under like between the two islands and on the Hakodate, and that was actually the first time that I had ever left the main island of Japan since like kind of in my trips to Japan. I wanted to go to Hokkaido last time, but it was completely impossible to find a ticket that would go from Aomori to like. So we like last time I actually like spent a bunch of time in Aomori, and experienced the snowiest city in the world during the actual winter season with actual snow, which was a ton of fun, right? Like it was like really incredible. There was like a whole like Neolithic archaeological exhibition thing. Like there's an outdoor like archaeological historic site. Yeah. This like, I think it's this one. Yeah. Where they have like ruins of like tens of thousands of year old like ruins. But not on this trip, and it was too early for snow anyway. So we went to Hakodate, and Hakodate is fascinating because it was one of the, among other things, it was like one of the 3 major foreign ports during the opening up after the Meiji Restoration. And so there's a lot of like, you know, turn of the century, like kind of like 1900s era stuff that's like, we're modern now. We're in the Meiji Restoration. We're gonna modernize and we're gonna like do all sorts of cool like Western stuff. So they have like ballrooms. They have this like whole like, you know, public hall. They've got like a lot of like, you know, interesting like European influence and American influence in the buildings. Like it's like this really kind of fascinating like, you know, port town. And this was actually the last bastion of like samurai in the country, right? So they basically fled in the middle of the Meiji Restoration, formed a rebellion against the government they helped install, and then like holed up in this like star fort. Like there's this crazy star fort which is like just freaking like in the middle of the city, right? Like there's this like wild, like this was actually like, this is historic, right? This is not a new construction. This is like they created this star fort, and then like there was this like final climactic samurai battle that took place like over this fort. And we went to the fort, checked out like the little like buildings. Some of them were reconstructions. I think like a lot of like Japan like burnt down unfortunately during the Second War. And also went to this tower, which is part of the Towers Association of Japan. And looked over the fort, and went to like this public hall, which was like, again, like really, yeah, it was like literally the last samurai was here. What they did was they fled to Hokkaido, which was then called Ezo. They went to Hakodate, and they declared one of their people president. And so they elected him president of the Ezo Republic. And so it's the only like republic that sort of like ever kind of existed in Japanese history. So there's like, and then the emperor went and like, you know, crushed the rebellion of the president, and then the rest is history, as they say. So, but then there's like this little memorial for the like desperate last stand of the of this like, I think it's Saito Takamori. The naming is not lost on me as a VTuber. Takamori, yeah. Which is, you know, if you read it wrong, it's last Takamori. And Mr. Donut, lots of Mr. Donuts, yes. But yes, here's the statue of, I can only kind of see it. I feel like this is like not that flattering of a statue, but yeah, like this guy is the last samurai having his desperate last stand, like honor the Bushido, all this kind of stuff, like right here. And then we went up the mountain. Why am I Tokyo? Oh, that's the wrong statue site. Hold on. I guess there's a lot of statues of him. Hold on. Yeah, okay. It wasn't a statue of him, it was a memorial. I thought that statue didn't look familiar. The other thing we did is try to get Chunathim achievements in each of the prefectures. Where is it? Is it Saigo Takamori? I might be mixing up my desperate stands of samurai. Hakodate. Saigo Takamori Hakodate. It just sends me to the freaking Goryokaku. Okay. Anyway, I might not be able to find it. Hopefully I didn't hallucinate the entire thing. But, yes. But it's not a statue, it's like a memorial. It's like a grave site? Or maybe it's a... Oh, yeah, hold on. Grave site of Hakodate. Grave site Hakodate. Or like death memorial. Last stand. No? It is weirdly hard to find this. Okay. Yeah, I was achievement hunting because one of the achievements you can get is like playing the game in all sorts of different prefectures. But I went to play it. I went to play Chunathim, which is this like actually really fun rhythm game where you raise your hands, and kind of like hop your hands over like certain types of notes. So it's like you tap, but then you can like hover. And they had a whole bunch of both Niji Sanji and Hololive songs, including Callie's like Shitsure Shimasuka Shinde Kudasai. Like, excuse me, would you please RIP? Oh, he's still fighting the war. I mean, he would, like, frankly, he would. Like, that, I would not put it past him. And so after that, oh, we went to this, like, okay, we walked to this island and it was like so freaking beautiful, right? Just like the view from this like little random like park thing in the middle of the, like, you just like, it's just like freaking gorgeous. Like you just see this like gorgeous industrial, like, oh, I'm gonna see if I can give you like a, like all the boats in the harbor. Like, it's like, it was the best. This is the best. Like, walking around the edge of this thing, like, this is like a working harbor too. Like, it's just like so nice. And there's like a lot of like random like informational like displays and stuff. Yeah, we just walked. We walked a bunch. There's like a weird like kind of hipster like manufacturing. Like, here's like a hipster market with like, you know, handicrafts and stuff like that like would not be out of place in like, I don't know, Brooklyn or something like that. And then like clowns, because or like clown themed restaurants, because clowns do not have the same connotation in Japan that they have in the rest of the world, or like at least the English speaking world. It's so nice, yeah. The classy. Oh yeah. This was the one with the crazy looking burger. Here, let's see if we can zoom in on that. Ah, look at that. The fat chobaga. The Futo, futo, futocho, futocho burger, the fat burger. Just like a giant ass burger. Life-size giant burger. This is the clown restaurant. They have a clown as their logo. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, you can see it. The clown logo. Get your fat burger at the clown restaurant. The clown just lurking above the burger, the giant plastic burger. Like, oh man. Oh yeah, wait, here we go. All right. The clown. We're going to the clown restaurant today, yeah. And, well, so from there, we go check out, like, oh yeah, the old public hall. So this is one of the places we actually went into, and you actually take your shoes off when you go in here. Like, it's like a museum, but you, like, take your shoes off inside. And look at this building, right? It's, like, freaking gorgeous, right? So I was like, I gotta go inside, and so, we went inside. I think, like, I should probably have, like, inside the building, yeah. Yeah. So it has a really gorgeous view of the city, too. Like, these, like, stately banquet halls, like, we went in there. Yeah, and this place. Like, the giant, like, second floor hall of this place. Like, I don't know, like, it's just a ballroom, but it's, like, it's fun to come across, like, a turn of the 21st century, or turn of the 20th century, like, old ballroom building like this, right? And they had, like, dances and stuff there, and events. And yeah, and then we took the cable car up, like, to the mountain, and went to the top of the mountain, and got some amazing pictures from the top of the mountain, which I will share next time when I'm sharing my own pictures. I took from this absolutely gorgeous place. Like, just freaking most beautiful place. Like, yeah, it's amazing. Freaking amazing. A lot of going up mountains here, but not the mountains that you've heard of. Yeah, so we stayed in Hakodate for a couple days. And then, basically ran up to, took a train for a little while up to Sapporo. And in Sapporo, didn't stay very long because we're actually trying to catch a boat back to mainland, but, like, you know, like, Sapporo's cool. Like, I want to check it out a little bit. Oh yeah, a lot of these, like, random covered archway malls and stuff like that. Like, those are really common in Japan. Where's the tower? I'm trying to figure out where the tower is. Because we went there. TV tower. Yeah, we got a nice view from this tower. From this tower. And then it was like a very fast jaunt, like, you know, to this weird, like, place, Tomakomai, where I ended up taking a ferry down to Sentai. And the ferry was a whole experience and a half, right? They're really cool. Like, those like, kind of, like, big shopping, and they're long. They're so long. Like, they just keep going and going and going, and, like, they're, like, is really fascinating. Like, you go and 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 go. Okinawa is like probably the one sort of part of Japan that I haven't gone to yet. Now, I think what I'm going to do, actually, now that we're getting to the part with the boat, is I'm actually going to, I think I'm going to call the stream here and sort of go into the second half of Japan soon. But, like, you know, I'm going to actually get my photos out. You know, this is like 2.5 hour stream or so, like, you know, very, very weird time for me. I want to make sure I got the stream out. But, like, yeah, no, I mean, this is a weird time, I think, for, like, almost all my audience, because it's a weird time for me, right? Right, so, no, I'm glad you're here, right? I just wanted to make sure that I, like, you know, actually streamed, right? Like, I did all this stuff, and I want to make sure that I actually came back from the hiatus. And it was a really, really great experience. Like, thank you guys for making it so great. And I will be doing a lot more streams. Yeah, no, it's thanks for sticking around. Yeah. I mean, you can't get rid of me. I'm gonna be here now. Like, I'm here. Like, I am back. I'm actually back now. You can't get rid of me. Don't get rid of me. You can't get rid of me. I'm stuck. I'm stuck on you, chat. Stuck. I'm here. The Kari returns as foretold by legend. Okay, that's the one thing I didn't set up, is, like, little, like, buttons to trigger, like, voice effects, like, you know, the Kari returns as foretold by legend. I'm kind of just doing that with my mouth. I'm right behind you. Oh shit, chat's right behind me. Actually, you know, the funny thing is, like, you know, I have a 3D model, right? Like, I can actually, like, kind of just be in Japan, right? Yeah, once I get, like, the prerequisite, like, ability to walk, right? Like, with tracking and stuff. That's something I gotta talk to Woody about, actually. I'm escaping. I'm running away. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Just running down, like, some random street in Japan. Don't make me come over there, guys. Don't make me come over there. Don't make me come over there. I'm rapidly approaching shrimp. Shrimp is approaching at concerning speed. Shrimp is approaching. Shrimp is gonna reach us. Shrimp is coming. Oh man. Shrimp has arrived. That is so fun. I'm so happy. I'm so glad I'm able to move, you know, you guys. I've been a PNG for so long. Smug delivered, yes. Ah. 3D is a lot of fun, yeah. I'm still curious why it gives me that permaspark. Like, it's like... Yeah. I mean, I'm not complaining, but, like... Is there something wrong with my face? I don't know. Well... yeah, let's continue this next time. This is a little bit of a short stream, but like, you know, no, it's not the lighting. It's like literally I went into the, or you mean my lighting, right? Like not, right, okay. Well, it's coming from the phone, so. But it seems to be pretty consistent depending on what the lighting conditions are. It might be my muscles. So yeah. Let's, I'm gonna see who's streaming. Find somebody to raid. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming. Like, this was, like, so much fun. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to, like, be spending time with you guys, and, yeah. I will be back. I will be doing more streams. There's so much fun stuff that I want to share, not just the Japan trip, but also, like, you know, I've been screwing around with AI lately. I've got, like, some skits that I want to do. I've got, like, you know, I still, you know, should sing at some point, right? Like, there's just so much to do, so little time. Who do I... Wow, I actually... Hold on. Why is my bar... Oh. No. Why is my left bar not expanding? Frick. Okay. Let's, oh, man. Let me send you guys to Goonie. Why not? Say hello to Goonie, Gooniella, Australian, stinky plushy, kangaroo VTuber. Really, cool dude. And, yeah, like, very, man, I can't words right now. Anyway, give all my love to Gooniella. Let's see. What's their raid message? All right. Here we go. This is a very silly raid message, but whatever. Yeah. The non... Where's the... What emote do we use for... There you go. That's for if you don't have a sub, and, yeah. Let's read them. See ya!